Sound like we in court. Bun, bun. All right. We're now live, man. We're gonna go ahead and get this party started. Let's need to get y'all hit that share button. It's about to go down. And get my countdown. Get my countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go, baby. What's up? This is Reason. This is the place you come to with a conversation and giving us your reason about what you think about what we talking about today. I still don't know if I say that right. But anyway, y'all get my drift. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat Boy in the building. You already know what type of time we on. We are here.
What's up, man? We got a delay or what? You good? You good over there?
I think it's a small delay. But no, we good.
Small delay.
All right, let's get it.
We good?
Yeah. All right, Fat Boy in the building. Y'all know what it is. We here.
We're gonna jump on into it, but before we do, I mean, we have to give our respects and prayers and blessings to the families, famous folks that we done lost in the last week, right? It's been about a week.
Yeah. Good brother.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of contribute this one to them. Where is it at? What I do with it? There it is. So in case you guys didn't know, it was Diane Keaton, D'Angelo, and someone that Drew Struzan. Here, so here.
TV.
One, D'Angelo, the groundbreaking R&B and neo-soul artist, has passed away at 52. From the hypnotic grooves of Brown Sugar to the raw intensity of Untitled, How Does It Feel? His music redefined an entire generation. His voice, emotion, and artistry inspired countless musicians and fans, leaving an indelible mark on the world of music. Number 2, Diane Keaton, the iconic actress and style icon, has passed away at 79. Her unforgettable performances in Annie Hall, The Godfather series, and countless other films captured hearts around the world. Her intelligence, charm, and fearless presence redefined Hollywood elegance and continue to inspire artists and fans alike. Number 3, Drew Struzan, the legendary movie poster artist, has left us at 78. His visionary artwork brought to life some of the most iconic films in cinematic history, from Back to the Future to Indiana Jones and beyond. Through decades of creative brilliance, He shaped the way we see and remember movies, leaving a legacy of unforgettable imagery. Their lives may have ended, but their legacies remain immortal, echoing.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Rest in peace.
That's good.
To those icons, man.
Yeah.
I had a short story, man. It's crazy. Oh, what's up, D? D's in the house. I see her. D Johnson. What's up? What's up? Diane
What's up,
Keaton, man. I met Diane Keaton, dog.
Okay.
Doing Uber.
What?
I picked her up to take her to a place. I believe it was in Hollywood at the time, and and of course, I go into the property in the house or by the house and to the house or whatever. And I mean, dude, she is real down to earth, cool lady. What you see her demeanor and how cool she is. You see her on these films and being funny and happy. That's what she was when I met her, dog. You know what I'm saying? Some people you see them, they kind of change and different because they're, in that life, limelight or whatever. But she was really cool. She was talkative. She wasn't, she was joking, man. So, shouts out to her again, man, because, sometimes when you just actually meet that person, actually met them or whatever, man, it hits you a little bit more, different. It hits you a little different.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure. I'll say the same thing for I never met D'Angelo, but one of my favorite professors got an Emmy for producing a segment for him.
No stuff.
Well, one of the things that she got an Emmy for that year, but she interviewed him, and he's from Virginia, and then for the Diane Keaton is I just realized Diane Keaton was Kate in Godfathers just right now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That this time that I realized.
You go back, you see some work she done. Oh yeah.
She's legendary. So it's they say they come in threes. You always say that, so I get a chance to say it this time. They say they come in threes. So I want to send out my condolences to each and every one of their families. And man, it's always a reminder to everyone, all of our viewers, that life is short, man. So call your loved ones, call someone you haven't talked to in a minute, tap in with them and see how they doing. Check on their mental health, check on their physical health, and see how they doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because it's very important, man. People, you don't know when you will see a person again. And so cherish that, man. Really, really cherish that. It's important.
Exactly.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, Marlon? Marlon's in the house. Appreciate you tapping in, man. You know what's up. You know what the deal.
Yeah.
Hey, man. All right, man. We gotta go ahead and get into it, man. It's your time. History and Blackness. We gonna get it on, right? Let's see what you got in the bucket. What you got in the bucket this time?
I got something for you, man. I got something crazy.
All right, you got my music
right
here.
Got you. Yeah. I don't know why I can't hear the music, brother.
But I don't know what's up with you, dog. Everybody else do.
Can you hear it on the thing? All right. Today, first, let me say, welcome to another segment of History and Blackness. I got a great one for y'all today. Today is Paul E. Vera. Born in the 1960s. He's a pioneer, financier, entrepreneur, and philanthropist who has reshaped the landscape of institutional investing and business leadership in America. Raised in Battle Creek, Michigan, Vera earned a BA in economics from the University of Michigan and an MBA from Harvard Business School. In 1998, he founded Earnest Partners, a global investment firm that today manages over $50 billion in assets for corporations, municipalities, and universities worldwide. Beyond finance, Vera has become a force for representation and ownership and leadership. He is a minority owner and board member of the San Antonio Spurs, recently expanding his ownership stake to 11%. He also serves on the board of boards of Take-Two Interactive and the Council on Foreign Relations, continuing to shape both economic and cultural conversations on a global scale. A passionate advocate for education, he has established the Paul E. Vera Endowed Lead Scholarship at the University of Michigan to empower underrepresented students to achieve academic excellence and leadership success. Of course, this is History and Blackness, where we honor those who redefine power, expand access, and prove that excellence knows no boundaries.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, this is a guy that basically, man, he's just one of those guys that basically have learned, investing and investments and also, he really goes out there, especially to Black universities or whatever, to teach, let them know, just kind of give them knowledge on the things that he's learned about, investing and basically that which leads right into our topic. One of our main topics is
our big topic today.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So but I'm gonna let you take the reins on it. We're talking about financial freedom. So I know you got the whole lineup for it or whatever. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's just start it. You want to pull it? You want to pull up the? All right. There you go.
I got you.
All right. So this is important to me, y'all. This is financial freedom, building wealth for the from the ground up. And I just want everyone to know you do not need a 6-figure salary to build generational wealth. You just need a 6-figure mindset. Number one, I think the first thing we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about is budgeting hacks for beginners. I think budgeting is a key component to becoming a great investor and seeing how much money you can invest and how much money you spend, right? Okay. So step one in budgeting hacks. Start with the 70-20-10. 70% on your needs, 20% on saving and investing, 10% for fun. Step two, use a budgeting app like YNAB or Mint to track every dollar automatically. I like to do it by pen. So what I do, y'all, is every check I get, I literally do not touch a dollar before I write it down. I got it in here somewhere, and I literally list everything first. So the first thing, 2 things that I pay is I pay myself I pay God, then I pay myself. So I pay my tithes, and then the first thing is tithes, second thing is savings. Then I take care of the things I need to take care of. And then right now I have a part of my budget where I allocate $75, which I will continue to do for personal development. Right. And so what I do with that personal development right now, I'm buying colognes, watches, little things like that, so I can, step up my game. And then I'm using my other my 20% and I'm saving, right? And so let's go to this one. It says step 3, do a money audit. I like this. I don't do this though. It says print your last 30 days of statements, highlight non-essentials, and total how much could have gone to savings. Okay. I think this is important. I did this in a finance class. And this is the reason why I even began to start saving, because I realized that even if you have $100, you have a lot more money to save, but you spend it on other things, right? And so a key component in understanding money and understanding budget is simply this, folks. If you do not tell your money where to go, it'll tell you where you can't. And I'm gonna say that one more time.
Which is right.
If you don't tell your money where to go, it will tell you where you can't. Right? And I think that's very powerful for people who don't understand how much their little dollars, man. Right now, I have a great example on this. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I started a little piggy bank. I started another one. I think y'all saved maybe it was like $75 in dollars. I mean, $75 in change or $80 in change, and it was probably about $60, or $70. It was 75 because I took the dollars. So I invested maybe. It was like 130 something, right? I had already had the money. I purchased 100 shares of Nerdy. I purchased, I purchased 100 shares of Nerdy. I purchased companies, a SoundHound company. I mean, yeah, SoundHound is a company that they create software that when you pull it through, they when the AI asks you your order and it's not a regular person, it's one of the companies that creates software that does that, right? And so I was really excited to SoundHound because I was seeing the movement of AI and what it looked like, and so I took the step, and it's doing pretty well right now. So
how much you start off investing wise?
I think I bought in, it was at $5 a share. I think I bought 10 shares. And what I do is I reinvest all my dividends until I can make enough to not have to reinvest all my dividends. But I think even then I will, because Albert Einstein says that compound interest is the 8th or 9th wonder of the world, in the sense of understanding how compound interest work. As you reinvest your dividends, you get more stocks. As you get more stocks, you get more dividends. As you get more dividends, you get more stocks. As you get more stocks, you get more dividends. And it starts to roll over, and before you know it, you're making a lot of money. I have a stock on my DoorDash, and I'm gonna go to our next part of this. I have a stock on my DoorDash. I mean, on my Cash App, DoorDash. I put $31 into the stock. I've been reinvesting into it. I've made
how often? 31 every 2 weeks or a month?
I haven't invested any money in it. It's just been the reoccurring stock. So overall, the reoccurring it was $31 total invested, and I think the stock is at $100. I mean, my take. So I've made $60 off of nothing, really. I really essentially invested probably about $8. Yeah. So off my $8 and reinvesting, that reinvested in turn to $31, and then my profit then becomes $60. Off that $30.
Yeah.
Right? And so now I have 90 and some change. It'll be at 100 before the end of the year, probably past that. And so on to the next part of this one is starting investing with the small amounts, and this kind of led me right into my segment. The first step you want to do, I think everybody wants to do this. I think you should open up 2 accounts, but this one is just telling you to open up one. I think you should open up a brokerage account, a free brokerage account with companies like Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or Robinhood. I chose Charles, but the second account I would invest in is a Roth, and try to max it out every year at $6,000. If you start now, especially if you're young, man, if you start at 25 and you show Roth IRA, by the time you're 60, 65, you're a millionaire, right? And it's good to retire on. That's why it's a retirement investment. And so, like I said, it's a free brokerage firm. I mean, a free brokerage account with companies like Charles Schwab or Fidelity or Robinhood. Step 2, start with ETFs. This is something that I did, something that I didn't actually start with. Well, I started on Cash App with ETFs, but I started my portfolio with blue chip stocks which is stocks who give dividends, stocks like Walmart, stocks like Coca-Cola, things like that. I started with blue chip stocks, and then I came back and invested in the SPY, which is the ETF of the S&P 500, which is the top 500s in America, in the nation. And so a lot of tech companies and NVIDIA's is in there. And so just kind of do y'all researches. I'll turn Marlon up for now. So let's go to it. It says now, step 3, this is something that I have not done yet. I'm still doing this on my own, but I think they're very important once you're budgeting. Automated invest, automate your investing. Invest the same amount weekly, no matter what.
I think that's the hardest.
So that's the hardest part.
That's the hardest for most, unless it'd be different to me. I think if I'm getting paid weekly and I can just let it go and forget about it. But when it's something that you have to take from your paycheck or whatever, and then kind of like budget that for every week, part of that every week, depending on how much, of course, that you're putting into it. But I think that it makes it harder. You know what I mean? One of the things that you mentioned with what was it, RA?
A Roth IRA. Yeah.
Yeah. That's another one. These are things, you guys, that and those of you guys are listening and watching, these are things that we didn't know as younger, in our back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't taught these things or whatever. And even to this day, it's hard for me to grasp a lot of it because I didn't know about it then, and it feel like it's harder to kind of, discipline myself now. You know what I mean? But I know it's needed, especially if you're talking about generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because as we go on, like one of the things that I don't know if you was going to mention it now or later, but one, of course, is having a business. You know what I'm saying? To establish that generational wealth as well. You know what I mean? You want to pass it on to your your loved ones or whatever. So so I'd say that to say, because if I knew then what I know now, oh my God, I would have retired next year. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you actually throwing that out there, and that we're actually talking about this and getting that out there for others, especially younger generations that's not, familiar with these, type of conversations. So go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out.
No, you good. That's just, that's actually most important. And to go back to what I was saying, it says, compound interest doesn't care how small you start. It only cares that you start. Once again, I got jewels for y'all today. Compound interest doesn't care how small you start. It only cares that you start. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Hold up. My cousin, I forgot to send her the link. Hold up.
Well, why you do that? I can.
Why you do that? Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Let me do
I
this.
can kind of give y'all some as well. Just to kind of help you get to those things or whatever. You have also to get to a better position is paying off your highest interest rate debt. Prioritize paying off debts, especially those with high interest rates, and free up cash flows in investments. So sometimes and that's I sell cars, and I do tell people, in order to beat the interest rate, if you have money to pay cash towards the principal of the car, pay that towards the principal of the car, and it's and you'll get it done quicker. The car will have some sort of equity in it, because now the interest rate is not taking up all your equity. You know what I mean? So that's a good way as well as to getting out of these debt or whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's a great segue. Also, another way you said it, side hustles, creating businesses that generate passive income. Step 1 for that, and this is awesome, right? Choose a skill that you already have, right? Whether it's writing, photography, art, cooking, right? Choose something that you already know that you're good at, you already know how to do, and then this is what you do is you. I would tell you to go to ChatGPT, write what you want to do, and then turn it into a digital asset, an ebook, an online class, design, etc. And then step 3 with that is list on autopilot platforms like Etsy and Fiverr. List your business on platform like Etsy or Fiverr or Gumroad. Okay. And this gives you a way to make passive income doing things that you already know how to do. You can create the content and then send it up there, or just create the writing or create the cookbook and then boom, put it on to an Etsy or put it on to a Fiverr, and you can sell it like that. And Etsy is really cool because they just take a percentage of the product. So they're a good platform to use. And this is very important. It says, if your money doesn't work while you sleep, you will work till you die. Once again, if your money doesn't work while you sleep, you will work till you die.
Dang.
And it's real. Right. You can never work harder, faster than money.
True.
Facts. Always remember that, people. My 12 cents over time will work harder than you, and you can make $100,000 a year. Because my 12 cents will never stop working. You got to take breaks.
Right.
You got to go to sleep. You got to take a lunch. I got to take a lunch at work, or it's a meal penalty, and they want to pull you in the office, right? Money don't go to sleep. So while you sleep is running. And so that's another reason why I reinvest my dividends, because my money is always working for me. Yeah.
What about real estate investments? Like investing in real estate, which can appreciate over time and provide rental income. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's why you see a lot of people, you guys out there that has ACUs or ADUs. ACU. I don't know if I said it right, the documents, right? But the house is behind a house. And making money, you know what I'm saying? Those houses are on their, and it's on their property. So, they rent it out to someone that pays up for the house and, that they're in, and that's been like a real smart investment for a lot of people here, especially in LA, when you have students or whoever just need a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, just something small or whatever, just to get them through, you know what I mean? And, you make your money that way. And that's a good investment as well,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That just leads us into our next segment, man. I think the biggest thing that we should do, or the most important thing that we all must do, is overcome our fear of financial risk, right? To be able to think big enough to reinvest to invest in real estate, and then take that property and reinvest whatever equity that you made to build on to the land, or go get a grant to build onto your land, to add that extra property, to make that extra stream of income, right? You have to overcome the fear of financial risk and not be afraid of taking big risks to get big rewards. It says step 1, reframe risk. It's not danger, it's data. And failure, right? When you lose, it's really a lesson. So as long as you learn, you're continuing and you're learning and you're gathering your information, you become a better executive, right? You become a better investor. You become more financially aware. I think in step 2, this is big. And before you leave, this is something you definitely need to take. Study before you spend. Read The Psychology of Money. Is a great one. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My favorite is The Richest Man of Babylon. There's other books out there. One of my favorites is, or not one of my favorites, one that I heard about is how to make your money work for you, or something like that, or no, I'm sorry, it's called Buy Back Your Time.
Okay.
And that's, I heard that's a great book. So that's actually a book that's on my list. I think that that's extremely important.
You said buy back your time.
Buy back your time. That I know about finance, y'all, I learned on my own. Ask Fuel. Everything that I've learned, all the data I've gathered, I learned on my own. And I started to take bigger risk, and I understand that $5 now, save, it'll turn definitely to $750, and then once it's 50, then it has legs. And once money starts having legs, it's over with. And then step 3, take one small risk a month. Invest $25. Try a small side hustle or apply for business grant. I'm gonna say that again.
You said for a business grant?
Yes. So it says take one small risk rep per month. Taking this, which I already do, right? But I'm gonna double it down. It says invest in invest $25. Try a small side hustle or apply for a business grant. I say you do all 3.
Yeah.
To maximize your numbers.
See which one stick, basically.
See which one stick. Yeah. And this is the thing. This is the thing, right? You apply for the business grant, you may not get that, but once you reinvest the $25, that's working. Your $25 working for you. But if you try a small hustle and that hit, you can continue to invest more than $25. And that potential small side hustle can go into a business that can potentially be ready for a business grant. You can get the LLC, where you get all of the things that you need to maybe get on that, right? And there's a lot of grants where there are no doc grants where you don't need that.
You know when I'm
in my DM, no, some plan, but no, hit me up and I'll give you some places you can invest in, and also some places you can go for grants.
Right. Now, and you probably said it though, and I know O said, he said, what time we on, which I don't really know what that actually means, but when he said time itself, say for instance, it does take some discipline. It does take some discipline in narrowing it down, and probably putting a lot of things, aside, what I'm saying, as far as like, wanting to go out and eat, or wanting to go out and, kick it with the fellas, or, what I'm saying, things that you got to pretty much give up in order to get this started, to keep it and get it going. Because if you actually look at, say, for instance, if I was to drink, if I was not alcoholic, but if I was to drink, say every weekend, right? That's at least $20, at least, what I'm saying, going to be $20 if you do a bottle or something, or if you're drinking beer or whatever the case may be, you're going to spend probably 20, 30, what I'm saying, as opposed to keeping the mindset and training your mind to take that $20, $30 or whatever and invest it in something and see it and watch it grow, over time, And I think sometimes we do kind of feel like that we don't have the time, or we don't, it's not going to go quick enough for us to spend, what I mean? But then also keep in mind, this is not only just for you, it's for this generation, it's for your family, what I'm saying? That type of thing. So, and I say this, man, but I'm the one really need this discipline. You know what I'm saying? And although I'm saying it or whatever, I think, it's really something that actually really need to be done, even for myself, And sometimes when we get older, we get so immune to just doing things our way to where we can't really see the big picture. You know what I'm saying? We can only see the small picture because of our time and the timing, what I'm saying? Stuff like that, but we have to get ourselves in a position, especially our younger generations, what I'm saying? I hope my daughter and my son sees this as well, to start putting money back, start putting, actually my daughter is good. She's good at saving money, but where to invest it in, you know what I'm saying, is what she has to, you know, kind of get more knowledge on, you know, especially in inside real as well, my son too. So, you know, hopefully they see this, man, and start, you know, even doing better than what I'm doing. But I also want to do things and get things started for them to have, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So, yeah.
And it led me right into the closing of that segment. Really is just simply fear fades when knowledge grows. Every small win builds confidence, right? Say that again. Fear fades when knowledge grows. Every small win builds confidence. What I would like though is, since we're here, I want to hear the comments, man. I want to hear anybody's first money milestone, the first car you ever paid off, paying off a credit card, saving your first $100,
or if they've invested, what they've invested,
savings account. Yeah, what have you done? Get in the chat and let me know. And while we do that, I want to give you a call to action. I'm going to give you a top 3 money moves you can make this month. You can do it right now, right? And once again, we're going to start this. You do not need a 6-figure salary to build wealth. Just 3 smart money moves. Once again, you do not need 6-figure salary to build wealth. Just 3 smart money moves. Number 1, we're going to audit our spending. You will find $100 hiding in plain sight. I swear you will. I swear you will, y'all. Number 2, you're going to invest $25 weekly into an ETF. Compound interest is your silent employee. Put that 12 cents to work, y'all. Okay. Number 3, turn your talent into a digital hustle that pays on autopilot. This month, make money move for you. Matter of fact,
what was number 2?
Number 2 was invest $25 weekly into an ETF. Compound interest is your silent. So that's $100 a month, y'all. Turn your talent into a digital hustle that pays on autopilot. And it says this month, make your money move for you. And if you're going to start date, I want everybody to comment freedom. Comment freedom. Give me some freedom in the chat, man. Don't be afraid, man.
I know, right?
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I know, and I know y'all, I know that finances is such a touchy topic, a touchy subject, uncomfortable. But I think, and I know that $75 go a long way. $75 can go a long way, and you will be amazed. Like right now, I wear Vans. I'm currently an owner of Vans. I only got 6 shares, but in my investment to own Vans shoes, I also own North Face. I also own Timberland. I also own Jan Sport and East Point and Kipling bags as well. And so do my diligence and do my investings, and I love my shoes. I wanted to be invested, and I found out that Vans is owned by a company called VF Corporations, which owns a multitude of clothing and apparel lines.
So are you saying, I'm sure that is what you're saying. You have things around your house. You have things that you wear every day. That being the fact that you purchase that, you put money in somebody's pocket, in the investor's pocket. Why don't you be that investor as well? You see what I'm saying?
Nike stock is cheaper than Retro Jordan.
You could be an investor in these things that you're buying, you know what I'm saying, and that you're, used to having, why not? Why not just have it for yourself? I mean, have some sort of investment in it or whatever to, to grow your wealth, because you're growing someone else's wealth. Grow your wealth because you have those things. You know, so if you have a question about the things that you should invest in, just go around the house, go around, you know, look at your clothes, look at the labels and stuff like that. Look into their stocks and their, you know, because some of these places have what do you call it? Investors. They just have individual public investors.
Yeah, they public companies.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some companies are public
companies.
Some companies are private equity. I mean, are private or privately owned, and they don't. You can't invest through them.
But you have some
companies
that are
privately owned that you. There's some companies that are privately owned that you can invest in directly through the company. And so that is something that I'm gonna do moving forward. I'm gonna use Charles Schwab to build my hustle, but moving forward, once I get I will go directly to the company as an investor, and you can do that.
Yeah, I have Charles Schwab and who I have Charles Fidelity and Charles Schwab, and I think those are only two main ones I have. You know, I'm working on the IRA with Charles Schwab. And I have a young lady that actually can teach us even more on investing into our like life insurances and stuff like that or whatever. You know, that actually, so I'm gonna get her on the show as well, or whatever, to help and teach on those things. You know,
we can have a whole show about I didn't put that in there. I think that's a little deeper once you, but you have a whole show on the power of IULs and whole life insurance and how you can use them, and how they're definitely great for your family once you've passed or post-Thomas, but it's also great before you pass.
And also have some links. We need some
death benefits and the living benefits are awesome.
And we also need to post some links for the viewers as well, to, you know, so they can go and learn from themselves as well. You know what I mean?
Do that on the show. Yep.
So that's what's up. We'll do that.
But YouTube University, y'all. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube University. We can actually.
YouTube University. Yes.
YouTube University, y'all. I learned a lot of this YouTube, reading books. Who you following? It's one dude I follow. All they do is review business books, right? So I actually read Psychology of Money and To Think and Grow Rich, but they had Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've read a few of those.
I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's a very good product.
But the Psychology of Money is one. It just teaches you how to think about your money and how to save your money, how to buy a car, just how the millionaires, how just how you move money. One of my favorite books is The Millionaire Next Door. It's a good one as well. That was a good one.
You said Millionaire Next Door?
Yep. It's a lot.
Sometimes that's what I'll be trying to search certain books or whatever to read, but it's so many, man. Sometimes you just get overwhelmed. Like, what's good? Which one's right? Which one is, going to help me more, So you said Millionaire Next Door? Okay. I'm going to check that out as well. Cool beans, man. Cool beans. You got any more? We good?
That's it, man. Let's get to that next topic.
That's what's up. All right. Well, after this, y'all getting into the
right?
Real love. Yeah. Real love, real relationship is the question. Here, let's go into after these messages.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to TNRcreations.com. I am the proud owner of this phenomenal gift shop. Y'all gotta check us out. We have bags, we have water bottles, we have photo slates, we have name-meaning plaques, and so much more. I would love to have you as a customer. Check us out, TNRcreations.com. Thank you for your support.
There y'all have it. TNR Creations, you guys. Go check it out. Go to the website. It's actually real good gifts if you guys are needing gifts for your family for the holidays. The holidays are up right now. Hit up my sister, Nicole at TNR Creations, and you give her my name, and then tell her fuel, and you get 10% discount, dog. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Check out the site and let us know what you guys think or whatever, and purchase something, buy something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man.
Make sure you tap in with our sis, Nick. She created something. She created her side hustle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And if you get, in case you, I should have had it in here. I don't have it in here. But some of the things that she does is personalizing your coffee cups, your workout little thermos and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Notepad, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Personalize your stuff or give it to a gift, make it a gift for your friends for the holiday and family for the holiday. So sorry, I thought I had one in here, but I didn't have it. I don't think I got it. Anywho, all right, man. Let's go, dear brothers and sisters. And it's actually, yeah.
You got a video?
You still didn't hear that music? Nah.
No. Nobody heard no music, man.
They hear it, dog. I don't know what's up with you. I don't know why. Hey, I keep putting it wrong. Real love and real relationship requires sacrifice. Are you capable of making the sacrifices?
Nope.
I think some people, a lot of people get in a relationship and not realize what the sacrifices
are. No music, Fuel.
Huh? They said no music?
No music.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad, y'all. Okay, something must be wrong on my end. My bad. I'll have it next time. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, O. Appreciate it. Everybody said no music. All right, my bad. All right. But anyway, real love and real relationships, like you said, require sacrifice. And I think some people don't realize the sacrifice that it takes. You're having conversations with your significant other, and you're stating at least what you want or what you need or whatever pertaining towards that relationship. And sometimes you're not able to make that sacrifice, and that could be a burden on the relationship, because if that person needs what they need, then you're not giving it. Then now it's kind of like, you're going to start questioning, why am I with this person? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, because you're going to question, like, if I can't give you what I need, I can't give you what you need or whatever, you're going to question, why am I with the person? You know what I mean? And sometimes we got to go out of our way or whatever to do certain things to help the person that we care about and we love. If we saying that we care or love that person. So I don't know. The question is, are you capable of making a sacrifice? Certain sacrifices. Say, for instance, if you're living, you have your own house, your own house, your own apartment or your own place. The other person has their own place or whatever. Somebody's going to have to, if y'all going to be together, somebody's going to have to sacrifice or something to come together. Are you capable of doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because you might work, because you established your work, your job or whatever as close to where you live, blah, blah, blah. The other person did too. Somebody's going to have to make a sacrifice at some point, or either the relationship is going to pull apart.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the question is, are you able to sacrifice? Are there certain things that you think that you can do or not do in order to, sacrifice in a relationship? Fat boy.
I think this is a great question, man. Right now, I'm working on me, so not right now. I'm being honest, and that's all I tell anybody who I talk to. I'm not in a relationship mindset right now because, like I said, I'm saving, I'm stacking, I'm getting some things together. I have a daughter, I'm getting some things together, and right now, some things are optional, right? They're just non-negotiable, and so I would not. Because I know that relationships require sacrifice and then I'm not willing to sacrifice certain things at this moment, I will not enter into a relationship. And
I think that's one of the smartest things that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Is to know that you're not ready. You know what I mean? Because to know and prepare yourself. You know, I think a lot of us, especially that go online and date and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We say the things that we want, you know what I mean? But not realize it in real time, the sacrifices it's going to take to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you get to learn each other and you have conversations like this. And a lot of people don't have these type of conversations. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, I'm just happy to be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be able to go out with my friends and I got a man with me or I got a woman with me or whatever. You know what I mean? But then when the real shit comes down is when you're going to know that person is down for you or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it comes and takes, you know, a certain sacrifice or whatever. You know, there's one thing when somebody can help, but it's another thing when somebody just won't help. And you got to determine that between the person that you're actually talking to and the person that you're with or whatever in order to have a long-lasting relationship, you know. So I think sometimes you can. I mean, because sometimes if you're in the mindset of being in a relationship with somebody, you already have an idea of what you're going to do to be supportive of that person, you know.
Right.
And then that person have to determine, is that going to be enough for me? You know what I'm saying? Is that something that I can live with for however long? You know? Hey, Carrie's in the house. I see you.
Hey, Carrie.
What's up with you?
I was going to wait. Good evening. I was going to wait till you said finish dinner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
Absolutely, man. I think that Carrie says good evening. Y'all. Sorry about that. I think that a lot of people don't understand the level of sacrifice in a relationship, and they jump into just to kind of go to your point and bring this thing around. Is people jump into a relationship and don't understand that there's so much of sacrifice required that if you aren't ready for sacrifice and you aren't ready to compromise or you aren't ready to meet in the middle, you're not going to make it. And you know what I notice is I'm hearing a lot of bad advice. I'm hearing a lot of single men tells men who ships terrible advice. I'm hearing women in general just tell each other terrible advice. And that's no disrespect to women, just or not to generalize. The things women are saying amongst each other is crazy. It's just diabolical.
What do you mean?
Just the level of sacrifice and what that looks like. And what they are willing to sacrifice and what they're willing to sacrifice. And this is just people too, what they're willing to sacrifice and not willing to sacrifice if you don't meet a certain standard or criteria, right? And I think that that's where things begin to get sticky. It's like, I'll sacrifice for this person, but I won't sacrifice for this person. And what people are not understanding is you don't learn how to, you have to practice that sacrifice. You don't learn how to sacrifice overnight, right? You have to learn and understand what sacrifice.
Well, it's not a practice though. I don't think it's a practice. I think it's a conversation. I think it's a communication thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't practice a sacrifice. You can't practice on where you're going to live at to be with somebody in that close by. So you know that, you know what I'm saying, that person is able or at least going to be willing to move, you know, together in this same area or whatever and stuff like that. So there's nothing you really can practice. You just basically have to have the right conversation with the person that you're trying to have a long-term relationship with or whatever, to understanding, like, you know, in order for us to be here, it's going to have to be some sort of, are you willing to do this? Are you willing to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And those conversations, if you're not having those conversations or whatever, when it comes time to, one, you getting tired of going over that person's house, and then that person getting tired of going over yours or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, do we get a solution as to where we move together, where we live together? You know what I'm saying? Because that would be the solution. But am I willing to sacrifice, you know, leaving here and going out there, or she leaving from there, coming over here? You know what I mean? Those are the things that basically that happens, and a lot of people don't discuss in the relationship. you know, or trying to start a relationship and don't discuss those things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't want to discuss our finances with that person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you're thinking of them judging you. You know, maybe judging you because of what finances that you are, the situation that you're in or whatever, and you kind of like want to just kind of ease it in later. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, you know, now that person got to make a decision. Damn. Am I going to be, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to be with this person now because, you know, he or she got problems, or he and she got, you know, a situation. You know what I mean? Can I be there for that person that I said that I care and I love or whatever in order to move on and to grow?
Yeah,
these are these are questions people are not having in some of these relationships. O says it's a daily practice.
I do. I agree. That goes to my I was just
what you were saying practice.
I was just going to say that in a sense.
Okay.
I think that if you don't have experience in sacrificing and you're not willing to sacrifice, you can have all the conversations and communications you want to have. If you don't understand the idea of sacrifice and that is going to be comfortable, and you're not used to practicing being uncomfortable, you're not going to sacrifice. And so I think that when we are in these relationships that are not our wives or not our husbands, and we're not willing to sacrifice, if you think that you're just going to find, and you're not doing a daily sacrifice, and you're not learning that, okay, it's a practice, and you think that you're just going to find a one, and then she's going to be so amazing, or he's going to be so amazing, and you're just going to fall on sacrifice, right? And you're going to establish sacrifice and know what it is and understand what uncomfortable is. No, you're not, right? And I think that we try.
So I see what you're saying as far as the practice of it.
We try to. That's another one of those things, right? It's like, well, we could communicate sacrifice. No, you got to be willing and prepared for it.
Yeah.
Right. You got to be ready to say, hey, in a relationship, when we sit down in this conversation, any conversation, whether it's about finances, whether it's about where we live in, whether it's about where we going, what we doing as a couple, you can't even sit down at the table if you don't understand compromise and sacrifice.
If you don't understand it. True.
It's going to be combating and competing for a space to be heard. And so you have to have an understanding.
I've experienced. Yeah, I've experienced sacrifice, you know, when it comes to, especially, and I use the example of moving because I've experienced it. So I'm not going to ever tell you guys something that I maybe haven't ever experienced. I lived in Pasadena. My ex lived in, let's go with the first one. She lived in Alhambra, which is not too far in Pasadena. No. I take it back. Wait a minute. I take it back. Was I in Pasadena at the time? I don't even think I was in Pasadena yet. I was out of Pasadena. I was further. Wherever it was, we ended up having a mutual conversation in a mutual area that we wanted to live in that was going to work for both of us, you know. But for me, I had to travel further to get to where I needed to, as opposed to where I was at, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because basically she was closer to where she needed to be, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I had to kind of like sacrifice that, you know, time of getting somewhere or whatever in order to be with this person, because I cared about her. I loved her to the point where we gonna make it happen. This is and this is just an example of, you know, sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? So okay, let's go. You know. Same thing in finances or whatever. You know, if we're trying to build something, right? And and basically I know that we're doing this together, then I'm gonna help. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get it built. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know, I basically, you know, sacrifice my time or whatever to help take care of this girl's mom, and help build another piece of the house so she can have a good living space and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I care. So those are some of the examples or whatever, you know, of sacrifices that I've been through. that, you know, is part of the practice, as you guys say, to know what it is, you know. What'd you say? O said, I see baddies all the time that make me want to jump on the good foot. Then I think about what I do have. I haven't always been that disciplined.
Yep. Practice.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Practice. Good shit, Big O. Great.
What jump on the good foot? That's what
Get on their
How'd you do to jump on the good foot, dog?
Fly down.
Think about what I do have.
Eagle.
I haven't always been at this. Right? But yeah, so those is the examples, you know what I'm saying, that I've been through, what I know I do have to say. That's probably why I know any relationship that I have now, that those are the things that it take, you know, and those are the conversations that you kind of want to have early, you know, to see if that's the person for you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Those are the things that you know, and that's what I, you know, that's what I take from that, you guys, as far as sacrificing in a relationship. Who said go Eagles? Said that.
The Eagle. Oh, here you go, Taylor.
Oh, you must. No, she see my KC. She see my KC hat. I see you hating. Don't hate.
No.
Women are expected to sacrifice more. Ooh. Whoa, Taylor. Hold up. Oh, that was O said go Eagles.
No, he said the
whatever. Eagle.
It's an inside. It's an inside.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing.
All right. Taylor said women are expected to sacrifice more in the relationships. You really? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so, Taylor. Give me an example. Give me an example of what you think.
No,
you know what I'm saying,
don't give us no examples.
No, give us an example. I want to give you an example. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you if you're right or wrong. I'm gonna tell you if you're right, or at least if what I think.
It depends on the relationship.
It depends on what?
I think it depends on the relationship. I don't want to go men, women that part. That's a good point, though.
I mean,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's all on your capability as well. You know what I'm saying? Are you capable? You know, to do those things? If you're not, you know, if you're capable to handling certain things, whatever, with someone. You know, that's one thing. But if you're not capable of doing that or whatever, then, you know, that's another thing, because it hurts us more. O said because it hurts us more. It says that's what I don't know. Do you think what do you think?
Know, Big O.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Because I don't want to get into the gender war. I should have said what I said.
No.
I don't want to get into the gender war.
Hey, that's how we get to the. That's how we get it. You know, square it out. You know what I mean?
Just because
sometimes you gotta get in the war and see what the person think.
I think each gender feels like they, you know what I'm saying, that they give more than the other. But I would have to be a relationship. I think that's situational, right? I think that depends on the relationship. And if you are in a relationship where you feel like you are sacrificing more, then that is once again where a conversation needs to be had and a level of communication. Or if there is no communication to be had, sever the relationship, go separate ways. And I always will say this: you don't have to end a relationship on bad terms.
Yeah. Exactly. You can still be friends. You can still be cool, whatever. If y'all are genuine about each other, you know what I'm saying? You can still be cool, whatever. Just y'all not on the same path. You know what I mean? And just understanding that or whatever, you know. But most women that I've talked to, whatever, they can still call me just to this day or whatever, and we can talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? As long as we ain't talking about trying to be together. You know what I'm saying? But I do think women, when you say women expected to sacrifice more than in a relationship, I kind of disagree, because I think guys are expected more, because guys are expected to be the provider or the we got to be, chivalry. We got to give you, protection, you know what I'm saying? We got to open the doors. We got to do all this stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? In order to be in the relationship. So I think guys would have to, really sacrifice more. I think, we gotta take care of the household. I'm about to start some shit. Fat boy ain't saying nothing, y'all. You ain't gonna say.
Just because, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But just because, like I said, I think it's situational. Because not all men live up to, right, the chivalrous part or the provision part or the security part, right? And so to say that, then that will be implying that all men live up to that standard and they don't, right? And then
is it expected though? That's the question though. The question is it expected?
Well, it is expected, but it's not always delivered. And so expectation, I think, that's what I say, it's a sticky topic. But let's close this thing up.
Hit us in the comments, man. We'll answer later. So I think it can work both ways, of course. But
I think it definitely work both ways. But I think that each gender has a fair argument.
Everybody has an idea.
Each gender definitely has a fair argument and definitely can point out key factors on why each other sacrifice. Wow. Look at that.
To our dear brothers and sisters, I hope you got an answer from us out of that conversation. And if you guys have a dear brothers and sisters, again, hit us up at firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. Leave us a comment or a short voicemail and let us know exactly what you'd like to ask on the show. And hopefully, we can just give you some answers and, go from there. We're not trying to be professional. We're not professionals, of course, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to these type of things, whatever, but we do have experience and we'll let you know what our experiences are so you can actually, go by it as to do what to do, in your own life, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like what we do up in this piece. But I want to thank my boy, Fat Boy, as usual. I know you got a trip next week, so we probably either do a recording next week or maybe try to do something before. We'll figure it out. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to see y'all next week either way, some kind of way. We're going to see y'all next week, all right?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And shout out to Lyft and my aunt
Black
Jackie.
Lyft,
he's taking care of her, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say too much, but I'm just saying praying for
we'll be on a little hiatus for a little while. So just keep
because this is going to be a very serious moments for him and the family, So, but shout out to Aunt Jackie, Felicia, Woody, and Jill. Appreciate you guys, you know what I'm saying, supporting and watching the shows all the time and being a part of it. And, hope everything goes well. They up in Texas, do y'all thing, man. And we'll be talking soon. What you got, Fat Boy?
That's it, man. Thank you, man. Like I said, I'll see y'all in the following week. I'll be back with the following Thursday. I'm going to my college home, taking my daughter, so I'm excited about that. But bring us some footage back. I definitely will. I'm gonna try. I always say I will. My phone always end up dead or something, but I'm gonna try to keep my phone charged. But like Black Lip will say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And so we can keep this thing going and growing, man. And remember,
yes, if they're talking about you behind your back,
they behind you for a reason.
Peace.